Okay, alright, we're recording with Fraps today, and we're going to record just a little bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to redesign the Easy Start base for my solo survival. Problem I've been seeing is that this base is just too much. I mean, it's supposed to be an easy start, I get it, but there's a whole bunch of stuff on here, things that I never use, i.e. the grinder pits over there, the welder pits over here. You know, I mean, the fact that it's got two assemblers and two refineries, that's, you know, two assemblers is a little bit overkill. I usually don't turn on the drones that fly over because, let's just say, well, they usually tend to wreck my stuff because we can't ever produce enough ammunition. And then I also usually tend to remove this top turret here, as it tends to shoot out this solar panel, that solar panel, and sometimes even these two solar panels as well when shooting at targets over in that direction. And it has been known, but hasn't done it recently, to shoot out this solar panel set over here, where it's trying to shoot at dogs and such that spawn from over there and come this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to redesign this base here. And like I said, you know, I think it's got a little bit much to begin with anyway. We're going to trim it down and do for the solar survival. We're also going to have these ships come into us one at a time instead of start with all of them at once. We will go ahead and we will end up receiving the driller ship first. And it will drop in a container box, which I have yet to design, but I'll need to design it, and I'll have it drop somewhere over there. But it'll come up from there, and I'll use timer blocks and such to drop it, and once it gets so far, it'll deploy the parachutes, and then it'll crash land over there, and I'll get to go grind it out over there. I then will most likely receive the welder ship, and then lastly, but not least, is the gunship. Now, you may be thinking, well, why would you want the gunship if you're not going to have the dogs or the other stuff and on? I will have the dogs turned on, and I will have the spiders turned on, but I'm not going to have the drone things turned on that come from the enemy base for a couple of reasons. Number one is it usually takes more resources to defend against them than it does to deal with them. And then two, you're going to have to use this ship to get past their defenses, whether it be at the base that's over there, which is conveniently right there. Oh, wow, it's actually almost pointing at it. And then the other base that's way over there. Now, the goal of my solar survival will be to eventually leave this planet and head to the red planet over there. Now, that's going to require a couple of trips so we can get some stuff, and obviously we're going to have jump drives, so we're going to have a lot of materials built up. Most likely enough to build at least 2 jump drives, because, let's face it, that is really damn far away. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start trimming this stuff up off of here. Now, I am in creative mode for the building purpose of this, so I can just click this, remove that. I don't use their ships very often. I usually tend to build my own, but hey, you know, what can I say? This was a fun ship. I've built it. I've played with it. I think it's okay. It's just not my cup of tea. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and clean this up out of here. Okay, so this is gone. Now we're going to end up removing this welder pit, and we'll replace it, or grinder pit, we'll replace it with another large cargo container, and we'll transfer all the hydrogen containers and ammunition into one cargo container, and all the parts and components in another. So, let's go ahead and trim this docking bay off here. Let's bring up my G menu here, because I want to remake things the way I like them. This one, and then we'll go to number 2. Now I am using mods like the armored panels and the armored ramps by UncleSte. I think that's how you're supposed to say it, or UncleSte. The links for them will be in the description below. If they're not, or the links don't work, please let me know and I'll gladly fix that as quickly as possible. I am also using the ladder mod. I don't remember who it's by. And I'm also using the high-tech camera overlay produced by Sage. And I'm using the parachutes mod. And I believe that's it. But if that's not, I'll definitely have the links and descriptions below so that everyone will be able to have and at least use the same mods. So first, let's go ahead and just take all of this out here. That can come off. Now you're wondering why this isn't falling, because in normal survival, if you cut those out, they fall. Well, once again, this is in creative mode, so it doesn't register that it's gone. Phooey, I should have left that because I need to transfer out of this one. I'll just take it out like this manually. I can't believe I did that. Okay. So let's go ahead and delete this. Let's take this off of there. Yes, and now I know I am cutting our resources back in the sense that... Why is it just... What the frack? Okay, let's try this again. Maybe I gotta come up from this way. Maybe I was going the wrong way or something. No? Oh, there's another cargo container right there if you don't know. What you're gonna replace, actually, do the design I want to do. We're gonna put the cargo container on top of this one. So let me go to G. Let's go to conveyor and cargoes, large cargo containers. Let's put that on number 3. We'll do that one, and then we'll do this one, and then a connector. Oops, wrong connector first. This one, then that one. Alright, okay, so let's go back to number 1. Actually, let's do number 2. And we'll put a number 2 like that, and then we'll do a number 1. Now, the reason why I'm building it like this, because what I'm going to eventually do is I'm going to remake this so that this will be more like a pillar kind of base. And I was just about to show you with my hands, but I realized I don't have face cam turned on, which I'm probably never going to do anyway. But without further ado, let's hop up in here and rename these cargo containers. Oh, I am also using the animation mod that's supposed to show, oh, there you see it in the background, where it plugs in. Looks like it's a little slow to react. We're going to call this main cargo underscore 2. We'll go to the other large cargo container, other large cargo container here, and we'll rename that to main cargo underscore 1. I don't remember if I put a space in that other one. I did. Okay, good. Just making sure they're the same so when I search them up I don't have too many issues with that. Okay, so there's that done. Those are both renamed. Let's go ahead and fly up here. And in this one, let's put all that in there. I collected some more ammo. No, well, I'll just put that in there. Tell this to hide empties. And I just realized I'm filling up my inventory and not its inventory. So, let me actually cancel. 20 in there. Now, in order to do this, so that I forgot to click the one box, and I'll show you. It's the little box next to your person. This is show the connected inventory. Now, if you're in this panel and you click the little person icon thinking it's going to give you, it's not. It's only going to give you the container you're interacting with, which is good in the sense that you could work from here and then transfer, so you know you're only going to transfer to that one container. So we'll just go ahead and tell it to hide empties. Let's come through here. And now double click works just fine, transferring it over. Some people just drag and drop it over. If you right click on something and then drag it to an empty location, it will bring up a number box that was displayed before. Like, I'll give you a quick example here. And then it allows you to split the stack into however many you want to. I'm just moving the ammo to the end because whatever. Check the hide empty. Now this has ammo in it, so we're going to pull the ammo out of it. And here, I guess they only had extra hydrogen and oxygen stuff. In that they didn't have any other parts. I don't remember them having any parts, but I'll grind down all the parts. So we'll have pretty much all the parts for this base. In the sense of things that are usable, like the LCD panels, the cargo containers. I should have saved that connector and such over there, but I kind of puffed up on that one. And that's it. We got all those other things transferred out. Now, I don't know about you. I like organizing it just a smidgen here. So we can do this a couple of ways. We can do this, drag that over. Or not. Let me go _2. This way it'll only display that one. And I should be able to move. There we go. I just forgot the way I was trying to move it. It's not going to move it because it was just basically switching the two parts, and I was switching an oxygen for an oxygen, so it wasn't going to switch. Now see, if I go to like that, you'll see that it switches, which is a good thing. That's what we want. So we'll go here. I mean, we can do it this one side, or we can do it to both sides. Doesn't matter. But what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and I'll probably cut this adjustment part out till it's nice and organized. I'm thinking about doing two-part videos. One part is a edited version, which will be the shorter, and it'll show some highlights, and then it'll also show it'll show the progress as we're going. And then the other one will be just more of the long drawn out process. You'll get to see it all out, all unfolds. If you're interested in those, like I said, I'll post maybe one or two of them, and then if I get enough likes on them, I'll keep doing that way. If not, what I'll do is I'll just end up editing and then do the shortcuts where it goes through and cuts and pastes, so to speak, everything. So what we're going to do right here is I'm going to stop talking now, because if I stop talking, then I will know that it's time to transfer this and then do the cutover. So without further ado, you're going to get fast forwarded, or I might just show it fast forward really fast. That's one way to do it. Anywho, well, never mind, I'm already done. All that talking, and I managed to complete the whole process that I wanted to do. So now it's completely separated. You have your hydrogen and your oxygen. In fact, I am going to, because I'm a little bit of a, I don't want to say, yeah, I'm definitely not, the word I'm looking for has escaped me. But anyway, I'm not super, anal about that kind of stuff. But hey, look, it's separated by the ammo. There's a nice, good definition. I can look at it at a glance and know how much I have of each without being like, where does this one end? Where does that one end? So, we can go ahead and back out of there, close this off. Alright, now, we have the official containers are completely separated. Now we're going to do, normally, like I said, I would save all these parts, but that's going to take forever doing that. And it's going to give a whole lot of resources, and that's not what that's what I was trying to pull away from for an easy start. Even though it's going to be an easy start, don't get me wrong, it's going to be easy, but it's not going to be that easy. At least I don't want it to be that easy. I want it to work for it, because it makes the game funner, makes it seem like you get more done, or there's more to go. So I guess I can just cut off from about right here. Yeah, right there. So scroll down. See, I wish you could do a 3D cut. damn it, wrong way. I forgot to go down. There we go. See, I wish you could do a 3D cut, which would allow me to cut on that plane and come this way at the same time. But so far you can't do that in Space Engineers. You know, I understand why, but see, now with them completely separated, I should be able to delete just this portion over here. We're going to give it a quick test. And we'll say yes. And look at that. Completely removed just that one side. Great, isn't it? Now, we're going to move these ships over here onto the ground because, like I said, they're going to end up getting dropped. And we don't want to have them on our starting out. We want them to fall at some random point in time, and I'm going to have my wife set the timer block so I don't know exactly when they're going to fall. And I'll tell her we don't want them right on top of each other either, because I don't know how they're going to work on the fall. And I'm going to do a couple of fall tests with a couple of different box designs. And once we get those box test designs done, I will then put these in them, and then from there they will fall out and they'll be like hit the ground, and I'll have to go there and either I'll have the door on a rotor where it like whoosh, falls down, or I'll have airtight doors like that and then they'll open up when it hits the ground, or something. I don't know, maybe have it trigger a timer block when it senses the ground and then open it up. I don't know, I'm not quite for sure exactly what I'm going to do there, but I'm going to do something. Anywho, so we get these three out of the way. Now it's really good for an easy start to start with all this stuff, but as any true space engineer will say, it is best to start with as bare minimum as possible. Well, so they say, not me. I like to start with a little bit, not enough to get over cocky, but definitely enough to get what I'm doing done. So let's come over here. Now we're going to end up using, we're going to have, you know, a medical bay and 2 cryopods. It comes with 2 cryopods, but if it's going to be a solar survival, well, no, let's go ahead and put them in there so I can get them for parts. And then if I ever have any of my friends join, they can join in and we can have that together. Now they've got a total of 5 oxygen tanks and 1 hydrogen tank. On a planet that's a breathable atmosphere, I think that's a little overkill. Now from what I understand, I haven't played on the Mars-like one. It doesn't have an atmosphere in the sense that you can breathe with your helmet off, but, excuse me, but you can use multiple vents to collect atmosphere at a time to create a breathable room. I think that might be true only on the alien planet, at least what I've seen from the Last End gamers playing on the alien planet with Scott's Dragon and Aaron and of course Sage. I haven't seen anybody do any Mars-like planets, so I don't know what the atmospheric is like. I guess I could fly over there and take a look, but you know, we don't know. So we truly don't know. So that's how it's gonna be. We just truly don't know. So we're gonna come through here. Let's go ahead and delete this off here because it's a great idea. It's not super needed. Go ahead and pull those off. This way. Come on. There we go. Alright, so how are we going to do this? We're going to have a landing port here. That's fine. So we'll do a landing port. I think I may want to extend that. I think I just got something. What, I can't look at my... Huh. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Well. Screw it. Someone texted me something, I think, on Space, or on Steam, and it's not transferring over, but I'll get to it eventually. Okay, so just so we can make this work, we'll do an improvised block setting here. So we can clear all of these hard armor blocks at once. Because we're going to want to extend this landing port out just a smidgen. And if you may be wondering, why are my blocks different color from their blocks? Well, because they use in a paint wheel. I believe they use the top white. I do believe it is. Nope, it's the bottom white. Or not. I'm not quite for sure exactly what white they use, but either way, I'm going to change the color either way. So let's go ahead and add, and take that out 9 blocks. Control 3, I do believe it's number 3, number 2. We'll come out an additional 3 there, and then we'll do a number 3, and then a number 5. Alright, okay, so I don't have any heavy armor blocks, so let's go ahead, go back to here. Okay, so number 5. Yep, 5 it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and paste. A good even build out right there. So that's number 6. Yep, I think it went out too far because that has 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, that looks weird, but what the hell, right? Yeah, looks like the same thing, I think, right? Yeah, that's the same thing. Oh. Alright, okay, so then we're gonna put a railing. How do I want to do my railing? I know. Let's go to an empty bar. Let's go to armored panels. I wish these were half blocks. Screw it. We'll put like this. Okay, go to number 1. Okay, we'll place there. Alright, okay. Well, I kind of got distracted thinking to myself and building, and sometimes it'll happen where I don't talk at all, and if I do, or if I'm not talking at all, I'll try to put in filler information. Alright, so Go right there, there, straight across. Okay, like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'll put a door, there's going to be in a door here, and I'll put an LCD sign, welcome to base blah. And I'm thinking about for the character, I'm going to end up putting him in a box, and then have it so it comes down and lands on the ground over there, and then gets out, and then, you know, I'll have it set up so that the parachute will deploy, and then after the timer block deploys the parachute, it'll shut off the reactor, so it'll go dark in the room. Or maybe I'll just do a battery, because it doesn't take much power to run a seat and that. And I'll try not to do it so high that it kills me before I get there. Kind of like in this. Let's go number 2. Let's put this right here, because that just makes it look that much cooler. I like that. Kind of gives it really cool da 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 look, you know. Alright, so let's come over here. Now what we're going to end up doing is it right there. Number 2, 3, I think it is. Nope, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to end up putting a turret right there that covers this pad and a little bit out. Kind of making it seem a little bit more, you know, if an enemy ship lands there, at least it'll get shot. I might have it on remotes for idle, I don't know. We'll just have to see, or sensors for that, to have it turn on when there's somebody that lands there or whatnot. So, here's the start of it. That'll be where you come in at. One of their 2 large cargo containers. I'll cover them up with window. Ooh, or what we do is we come up here. Oh. Let's see. Let's do this way. Let's come up there. There. Number 3. Build this, touch this. See, I'm thinking, well, why the hell did you just do that? You've got a landing port right there. But for my flyby ships, when I come up and I'll just fly by, because I'm going to be building my own ships. So I'll park, dump ore, and then fly off and be able to go do whatever. I don't know yet exactly how I'm going to set it up, so don't ask, seriously. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go through here, and we're going to go ahead and take this down, because this is irrelevant at the moment in time. And I missed a part. Alright, oh, it's 2 parts. So, I'm going to go through here. Thinking we might want to come out this way. Or start going in. Start going in, I think. Okay, so Round peg, square hole. Come on, rotate the way I want you to. There you go. Alright. Yeah. You come in and we'll do a set of stairs there instead of that little thing. Pull that out. Delete that. Delete that. So we don't have those set up, so let's go here. There. Now I do have a catwalk mod that allows us to have catwalks with railings and such, but I don't have it on this particular build, and I might not ever put it on this particular build, but we'll just have to see. Now I'm thinking, I want to do an observatory or something like kind of thing. So we'll put one of these blocks and that'll of course lead to an air vent that'll feed the room. I'll have stairs to come up and stand up and be able to come up around here and look out, see the person who's there, walk around, check this connector, walk around the base, woo yay base, and then go from there. Now, do I leave this access open like this where you can walk through, or do we fill it in? If we fill it in, we'll just do it like that, and we'll do it like this. Yeah, there we go, because it's not really a walkway unless we want to make it a walkway. Then in which case, we'll do this one right here. Take this off, take this off, take that off, take that off. Come up here, we'll go like this. And I'll do 1, 2, 3, like that. So it makes a nice pretty under walkway. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So that will be the start of my new base. It's right there. It is so grandiosos. And for those of us who don't speak French, I know it's Spanish. I think. I don't remember. Anyway, whoever don't speak foreign language, that is awesome. That's what that means, grandiosos. It is mucho grandiosos. It's awesome wrapped in awesome, I think. Anyway. We'll look at moving the refineries over. We're only going to start with one refinery, and we'll only start with one assembler. Well, we have to build the modules for the efficiency setup, so I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to place it. It'll probably be placed directly down. I'll probably end up tunneling out down here. So it'll be more of a pillar-styled base. I'll have 4 outer defense turrets, because I will have dogs turned on and spiders. And yes, I have thought about making it so this could be converted to a ship and then taken off planets and then building on a giant cone to the bottom of it and then spiral driving it into the ground and such. But I don't think that would work, because unfortunately the game physics doesn't allow for things like that, like they did in Chronicles of Riddick, where those ships pile drived in the ground and stuck there. That'd be awesome, you know. But we're looking at, you know, probably would have to have a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't know if you could do a line of welders behind it to just repair the crap out of it when you nail into the ground. But it'd be something to think of and something to try. So start of this is pretty going on. Let's just say that I will come back and I'll start doing the medical bay once I get the medical bay transferred over. And we'll have a little enclosed hangar bay, which will end up being 4 doors wide, or 4 by 4, so it'll have a big old wide opening. Maybe do a bigger depending on how I want to. I want to be able to at least fly that large ship right there. This one right here, because this is actually bigger in length. This one's bigger in height, and this one's just all around smaller than all three of them. So I may want to try to make sure that this one is going to fit no problem, and then make sure that this one's going to fit at least by sideways, or any which direction I try to fit it through the doorway. Because yes, there will be the times where you're flying a ship at a weird angle like that into a doorway because you broke it. So, we're going to get back to you guys later, and we're out.